The 2025 wide receiver class is really starting to take off. There's an incredible amount of talent in this class, and it just seems to be getting better and better. The Big Ten this year saw a number of big-time breakout wide receivers, and it seemed like every week there was a new player putting up absolutely ridiculous numbers. Ty Felton from Maryland, Elijah Surratt from Indiana, and Illinois' Pat Bryant were three players that I was really impressed with their tape in 2024. Today we're going to be highlighting Illinois wide receiver Pat Bryant, who has been a major riser in the pre-draft process. In a wide receiver class with a lot of talent, how high could we realistically hear Pat Bryant's name called in the 2025 NFL Draft? That is what we will be discussing in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Also, be sure to check out my Patreon page, where for $5 a month, you guys will get exclusive access to my in-depth draft guide and big board with over 550 prospects and counting. It is an incredible resource that I think so many of you guys will absolutely adore if you already enjoy my NFL draft content. Leave a comment and let me know which prospects you guys would like to see in a future video, and without further ado, let's take a closer look at Pat Bryant. Bryant is a really interesting case because entering the year, he really wasn't on many people's radar. He's been at Illinois since 2021, but entered the 2024 season with pretty lackluster career numbers. In 2023, Bryant finished with 43 receptions for 560 yards and 7 touchdowns. All of those were career highs for him, but nobody really saw him as a high-end wide receiver prospect. But in 2024, he took a major opportunity, becoming the focal point of the Illini offense, and he ran with it. He had 54 receptions for 984 yards and 10 touchdowns on the year, and has been a big-time riser throughout this college football season. The first thing that really sticks out when you are watching Bryant on film is his phenomenal size for the wide receiver position. He is a big and long wide receiver prospect who has the ideal frame to play on the boundary at the next level. He currently is listed at 6'3", 200 pounds. He may look a little bit slim at times on the field, but I'm really not too worried about that. He also has fantastic length for the wide receiver position, and I think he's got a really good build to be a moldable player at the next level. Another thing I love about Bryant is his absolutely incredible body control and physicality at the wide receiver position. He has the ability to win the 50-50 jump balls, and he has shown some incredible plays when going to the ground or along the sidelines, and I think those are tools that are going to translate very well for him at the next level. He had a remarkable 66.7% contested catch rate in 2024, and I love that he is able to play through contact and make plays with defenders draped all over him. He has reliable hands as a whole though. He only had one drop in 2024, which was a massive improvement from where he has been throughout the rest of his career. I also think after the catch, Bryant brings some of the same physicality, with really good contact balance and the ability to break tackles in the open field, all of which I think are really good tools that are going to translate well for him. As a route runner, this was an area that I was pretty impressed with when it came to Bryant. He has experience running a number of different routes for the Illini offense. He ran crossers, slants, posts, fades, and a pretty diverse route tree for a college wide receiver, and I love that from him. He moves pretty fluidly for his size, but in terms of his route running, the one area that I was absolutely floored by and very impressed was his ability to combine double moves and really sell his routes to get a defender to bite. He did this on numerous occasions in the tape that I watched, and I thought he showed really high football IQ, and I think he's going to be a really solid difference maker if that can continue in the NFL. Bryant is a really nice wide receiver prospect, and I like his route running upside. However, I think his athleticism really concerns me at the next level. He isn't the fastest, nor is he the quickest player in the world. It shows on his initial burst off the line of scrimmage, but more importantly, he feels really slow at times when breaking out of his routes, and he struggles to get open consistently. I want to see him improve on his burst and his quickness out the gate, both in his initial stance as well as when he is breaking out of routes, and I think that's something I'm going to be looking at very closely at the Senior Bowl with him. Another concern when it comes to his athleticism is his overall speed. He isn't the fastest player in the world, and he feels like he slowly builds up to his top speed. He is rumored to run around a 4.5 40, and that just isn't ideal for me. He has long strides, and once he reaches his top speed, is pretty good, but it's just not something that really wowed me on tape, and I'd like to see him be a little bit faster. Bryant is a wide receiver who has some really nice tools, and likely will be drafted because of those. He has great size, he has a solid overall route tree, and I think he has shown the ability to win deep, even if it isn't super consistent just yet. I like Bryant, but I think people are slightly overrating his top speed as a whole. It's good, but not great, and I don't love the lack of production outside of 2024. Bryant is my wide receiver 20 in the class. He is a player that I like quite a bit, and I think he should be a day 2 pick. But this wide receiver class is incredibly solid as a whole, and he just falls down due to the lack of top-end athleticism. He is my number 103 player in the class. In terms of a scheme fit, I think Bryant could profile as a solid number 3 wide receiver with the upside to develop into a number 2 guy. He is a guy who I think will likely be a more physical possession guy to start his career and a red zone threat because of his ability to win the 50-50 balls, and I think he could garner a larger role if he can improve his route running and overall burst off the line of scrimmage. And if he can do that, I think he could be a number 2 weapon, but right now I see him as more of a number 3 wide receiver at the next level. My player comparison for Bryant is Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Jakobi Meyers. Meyers is a solid overall wide receiver. I think he is a little bit more athletic than Bryant at this point in time, but both of them have very similar size and length for the boundary and are really good number 2 or number 3 wide receivers depending on the situation. Both of them are pretty solid physical weapons and contested catch type of guys and can make plays happen after the catch, and that's going to be my comparison for Bryant. Pat Bryant is a physical possession receiver. He has size, length, and solid overall upside. He is a major project that I think if he really pans out could be a massive hit for an NFL front office, but there are questions with his top-end athleticism, but ultimately, I believe that Pat Bryant will be a top 100 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.